Sure you want to dive into this show today, John?
Deep Thoughts by Dan and the Danettes.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Let me ask you the poll question then, John. Is LeBron and Paulie, give the exact wording to John Barry.
If LeBron James were foliage, it would be pre-peak foliage, peak foliage, or past peak foliage.
I go peak foliage.
Has he? It doesn't feel like anything's slipping here. Is he getting better, or just is he different?
Yeah, I was going back and thinking of all the great players of all time. What great player was better in his 15th year than he was as an 8th, 9th, or 10th year? And he is.
Yeah.
He truly is better than he was 7 or 8 years ago. There's no question in my mind. Last night was one of the best I've seen. I've seen guys get 40, 50, but the degree of difficulty on these shots, man, it was unbelievable.
But you've seen guys get in the zone, and that's what they call it when just everything is going right. Do you remember seeing somebody who had a night like that you played against, or it was a teammate?
Pretty much everybody I guarded every night. Other than that, I've seen guys get 50. I saw Kobe Bryant. I saw Shaquille O'Neal when guys were unstoppable. But I've never seen anything like that. That was hold the ball for 20 seconds and have a guy all up over you and just go one dribble one way or the other and fade and almost hit the rafters with the flight of the ball and hit just incredible shots. It was remarkable, the shots that he made.
I have a knock on LeBron, and it's not fair to bring it up today, but I'm going to because it has to do with last night. He works too hard in the shot clock to get a fadeaway 25-footer. It feels like that fadeaway 25-footer should be when somebody else is trying to do something and then it's last-ditched effort, get it to LeBron, he'll get a shot off. It's almost like that's by design. I don't think it's great strategy if, you go to the next round or get to the finals, but it certainly worked last night.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he holds the ball till literally 3-4 seconds and then makes one move. But when he's got it going like that, he feels like that's the only thing that's going to work. But they had a lot of things working last night. You score 128. I mean, Toronto was trying anything. They had mismatches on Kevin Love, who got it going. And there's just no fear factor for Cleveland of the Toronto Raptors. Now, Toronto's a better team. There's no doubt about it. But they have a Cleveland complex, do the Raptors, and it's a lot to do with LeBron James.
But explain that, though, that you have the best record, home court advantage. You're great on offense, great on defense, great home court, and you got Drake cursing at everybody. I mean, what are we missing here?
Superstar. Who's won in the NBA without superstars? You go back to 2004 Detroit. That's maybe the only argument you can make. But they had guys that were, number one players on their teams in Chauncey Billups and Rasheed Wallace and Rip Hamilton. Maybe not superstars, but they had a pretty good collection. But other than that, every team that's won has one of the top 5 to 7 players in the game.
What do you do?
Toronto doesn't.
But I have said at the start of this series, we're going to find out a whole lot about both of these teams as they move forward. We're finding out that LeBron is still LeBron, but we're also finding out, Toronto could be imposters here. What do you do with this roster if, let's say they lose, let's say they go down in flames in 6 or 5 or whatever it is, as you move forward, what are you doing with this Toronto franchise, with this lineup?
Major questions. You owe Ibaka $40 million over the next 2 years. Ouch. He played 12 minutes last night, by the way. Ouch. 0 for 5 from the field. Kyle Lowry is on the decline, an older player. I believe he has $66 million left in 2 years. What else are people going to want? I mean, you got some good young talent. Van Vliet has played very well. DeLon Wright, Portal. But really the only thing you have is DeMar DeRozan, and that's your best player. But that seems to be the only guy that you would get anything for. So this team is at a real crossroads. There's no doubt about it.
I love how we keep trying to redefine LeBron James' greatness here, because it always comes back to square one, and that is, where does he rank with Michael Jordan? Do you think that we'll ever get to the point where we know that he's not Michael Jordan, so that it feels like we don't appreciate LeBron James because it always comes to the bigger picture of, yeah, but he's not Michael. All right? I don't think we appreciate LeBron. I really don't.
Why is that? I mean, I guess we're older, so we like older stuff, right? I mean, that's kind of what it is, you know.
No, but I appreciate him. Look, I was there to watch all those Jordan championships, but I tell people you don't see this with LeBron and what he's doing. You just don't. It's so rare to see this, but I don't think that we appreciate it.
I totally agree. I don't think he's going to pass Michael Jordan. He's not going to win as many titles, I don't believe, number one. And that seems to be what people like to make the comparison. Well, he hasn't won as many titles, which to me is a really bogus argument. Look at the talent that LeBron James has other than Miami for those couple years. And this guy could go to the finals for 8 straight years again. I mean, that's one guy. Like, and you can put him on any team in the East. If he was on Milwaukee, would you say they're the favorite to go to the finals?
Yes.
Absolutely. Indiana? Absolutely. Yes. You can maybe even go down to Brooklyn.
No, you can't. Calm down. But you remember, we were in Cleveland when that Cavs team played your brother and the Spurs.
Oh.
And we were going, how are they even here? It's got to be arguably one of the top 5 worst teams in modern basketball history to go to the finals. I mean,
no question. I think they scored over 85 once in the series. It was horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the worst. I thought that was the worst finals team ever. But it was him leading the way, and he was, 22 years old at the time. So, yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Like I said, I think he could go on any team in the East, and certainly there are playoff teams, maybe not championship teams, but he gets any team in this league in the playoffs, regardless of where he goes.
Kobe Bryant in his 15th season averaged 25, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. LeBron in his 15th season averaged 27, 9, and 8.5 rebounds while playing 36.9 minutes. He played all 82 games. You know, Kobe played all 82 games in his 15th season there, but you know, I think enthusiasm is the first thing to leave you, as an athlete. Like, you're just not as excited in the offseason. Like, you know, he spent over $1 million on just, a trainer and working out and nutrition and all of these things to have that energy at his 15th season and play all 82 games. Now, I question if that's going to come back and haunt him here if they get to the next round or even to the finals. But, those are remarkable numbers there.
There's no doubt. I thought he was done in Indiana, to be quite honest. I think I did game 3 or 4, and he was just exhausted. I mean, he had nothing. I mean, how about he goes 12 for 30 in game 1 here, and then bounces back and goes 19 for 28. I mean, really, you're right. I mean, there's got to be an appreciation. You might not like some of the things that goes down off the court and maybe his social media or the entourage or whatever, but respect what's between the lines, because it's pretty unbelievable.
I know that you were working at the time. Maybe you got to see the second half with the Celtics and the 76ers.
I did.
What do you make of that?
Brad Stevens, this guy is an incredible coach. There's a belief between these guys, and they got tough, rugged guys. Man, Rozier, Marcus Smart, Markieff Morris. Al Horford. These guys are just dogs, man. They don't give up. 22 down yesterday.
Yeah.
And they make a furious run in that second quarter. And Marcus Smart to me is the heart and soul of that team, and he brings something to this group that they have a great belief. And I mean, amazing that they go up 2-0.
I'm wondering, though, with these injuries with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, and you don't want this, but you got this, and you got the benefit of these younger kids getting big minutes, taking big shots, big moments here, that this is one of those things you extrapolate. You go, maybe next year at this time, you look at all the experience they have and how deep that bench is, and that's when they're going to be a beast.
Well, right, but also at the same time, don't you have to say, oh, Jason and Jalen, by the way, you got to back off now because these two guys are here, and they're the ones going to be taking the big shots. It's great that they get this experience. Yes, Jalen's taken a major leap, and Tatum, if Hayward was there this year, would never be playing these type of minutes.
Yeah.
But now they've played them. They've played a role. Now they're going to have to kind of back off next year. You can't have all four of those guys can't be having the basketball and shooting all the time.
It's a good problem to have, though, John, don't you think?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. But, is Tatum going to have the same impact next year when Hayward's back? I mean, I don't know.
Well, he might get easier looks. He might not get as many looks, but he'll get easier looks.
Potentially, yeah. No, I mean, they're the team to beat. As soon as LeBron heads to L.A., it's Boston all the way.
Are we betting a dinner on that?
You say he's not?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm just guessing. I don't truly know anything. I guess I can't.
If I said I'll give you the Lakers and I get the field for dinner.
Well, there's two places he's either going there or Philly. So I'll give you Philly.
Well, you give me Cleveland and Philly, and I'll give you the Lakers for dinner.
Bingo.
All right. Fair enough.
Bingo.
Are you going back to Cleveland now for game 3?
Yeah.
Oh,
going to Cleveland today. Looking forward to it.
All right. Well, then we'll check in with you if that's okay. Have you been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I stay next to it. I have not been in it. No.
John, go in there.
Really?
Oh, my God. It's awesome. But are you a big music guy?
I'm a big Pearl Jam guy. That's about it.
Have you met Eddie?
Yes.
You have? Well,
yeah.
Wait, are you not allowed to talk about it? You said it like...
No. Well, actually, Brent and I are friends with Jeff Ament, the bass guitarist, first, and then Brent's done it all, because Brent's got the horseshoe up his butt. He gets everything. Championships and the whole bit.
Oh, here we go. I text John the other night, and I said, hey, Bones is his brother. I said, boy, brother, better looking of the Berry brothers. And John goes, what do you mean by that? And I said, well, he's doing TV, you're doing radio. And then he goes, oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Face for radio, what are you going to do?
I think because your brother has championships and he's got hair.
Evidently, that's the case.
I think
I'll go with that.
What would you rather have, hair or a ring?
Oh, a ring.
Oh, you would?
Absolutely.
Think it through now. Think it through.
I'm divorced. What do I got to leave for?
Well, no. Now you need hair. Like when you were married, it didn't matter if you didn't have hair.
I see it the other way. You're welcome for me giving to you, by the way. I am now Zoltan Ibrahimovic or whatever the heck his name is. That was classic the other day.
Zlatan.
I'm going to go with Zoltar from Big.
I know. That's what I thought of. That machine?
Yeah, the machine. Zoltar.
They want Zlatan.
I wish I liked myself.
They get Zlatan.
Of how much he liked himself.
Oh, how good was he, though? He was so much fun. Who is Zlatan in the NBA?
Oh, gosh. Draymond would have to be in the conversation.
Does Draymond speak third person? Does Draymond love Draymond?
No, yeah, I'm just talking about guys that love them, that think they're just the greatest thing ever. Yeah, he'd be in there.
Embiid?
I mean, you could put a host of guys in there, I'm sure.
Embiid?
Oh, God, yes. Embiid is perfect.
By the way,
you better start doing some winning.
I know. Ben Simmons? Come on, John. That's embarrassing last night.
1 point.
That's embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Tough. That's tough.
Does he get a hall pass?
Well, no. He had a bad game.
Yeah. All right.
You got to compete. Donovan Mitchell's playing pretty good.
Yeah, but that's when somebody says, "Oh, these guys were like, oh, he's only played a couple playoff games." No, that's not how it works here. No. Now all of a sudden we go back to him being a rookie. He's not a rookie anymore. He doesn't get a hall pass here. That was
By the way, if you have a rookie season that unfortunately you can't play, too bad for you. You're not a rookie the next year.
Wow.
Don't you? No. What you don't think?
You still got to play. I don't care how many years Markelle Fultz watches the NBA. That doesn't mean he's going to be the rookie of the year when he does play.
Okay. Yeah. But I think you get more out of a year of being with the team,
of course,
practicing than you do playing in the SEC.
All right. I mean, look, I have no problem if Donovan Mitchell wins this, none whatsoever. I think Simmons had a better year. If you want to do it where, hey, one's a rookie and one's not, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for joining us. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right. That's John Barry.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.